And he says, cleave on to that woman of your youth. Yeah, that is what he said, and he recommended. And may her chest be enough for you. I mean, if you are to read Songs of Solomon, you would be surprised as to what Solomon says about the many wives and his experience with all of them, because he later found out that they were not any good. David had many, but because he was a king, guys, remember David was a king. Yeah, we are not kings in our day-to-day life. So if we decide to live like kings, well, we'll have, like Abdul said, you have to have a lot of money to be able to pull that off. And Abdul said, plan for tomorrow in the way that if you lose your spouse at a later stage, you may find it hard to get another one. Hey, so Abdul, what are you trying to say? You said plan for tomorrow in a way that if you lose your spouse at a later stage, you may find it hard to get another one. Abdul shed light on this one because I really didn't understand you, and I would really love to understand this bit. But going back to Alan, where he talked about what does the Bible say? The Bible says, for this reason should a man leave his father and mother and cleave onto his wife or husband together. And that is what it says. It does not say husbands, it does not say wives. It puts it for this reason shall two become one. A man should leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. He does not say wives. And again, if we go back in the Bible days, where we look at Adam and Eve, God did not create Adam and then later made him go to sleep and created wives. Oh my goodness, that is deep if we are going to look at it that way, like Alan was saying. He created for him a mate, and that was one woman, which is Eve. Because the Bible would have said he created Eve and Jessica and Mary and Markev. You know, he created Adam and Eve. That is his intentional plan. That is what he had intended that marriage would be as. But out of the greed, out of the lust and love for ourselves, we have gone on and had many. But that doesn't make it right. Solomon did, and in the end, you see, he regrets his life. And David did, to the point that at some point, one of his sons slept with his wife, with his woman. Some of these things bring about different things on the plate. There's a lot of incest going on, a lot of abuse going on. So polygamy has its good bit. Like I said, the sisters say they found a sense of sisterhood, they co-parent and manage household chores. So those are some of the things that have come out of polygamous relationships. And together build a shared life that goes beyond romantic love, with their co-sisters. It is a complicated emotional terrain of jealousy, I would put it, competition. That is how I look at it. Loneliness, but also there's that community support. Let's not forget. These ladies who have been in polygamous relationships have tried to make them work. And guess what they have done? They have built a community where their kids go to the same school. I mean, you go to a school and Haji's kids are about 50 in the school. And if they are to have a party, it's just them. It's a community kind of system that has been set up, and there is good support in there. You don't lack for him. Though there are those who, Abdul still would tell us on this one, there are ladies that have raised up their children because Haji can. I mean, if you're a man, you cannot take care of these children. I mean, you're having one lady 12, another one 9, another one 6, another one 4, 3, 2, 5. That is such a big number that you cannot really pay close attention to your children. So they end up, feeling like you let them down. Especially like the example I gave you of a gentleman who came to school and the boy was boarding the van, and the father said, "And who are you? And who is your mother?" And the boy had to explain to him about himself about. Sorry, he had to say something about himself to his father, and everyone after that, when he came back to school, was making fun of him, saying, "You're here bragging, and your father doesn't even know your name. Later on, your mother." And that was not something good. So I bet you this boy grew up and decided that he would never ever get into a polygamous relationship, or if he did not learn from there, he's really a wasted polygamist. It's a live podcast, guys. Go ahead and drop your comments. Let me know what you think about polygamy, and if you know whether it works, why do people go for it? Is it about the ego? Is it about religion, culture? Or is it because of the, freedom? You feel it's your right, you're free to do whatever you want, and so people go for, more than one spouse. Let me know. Otherwise, for me, the ladies that I've talked to, it seems like a common thing when they compete. It encourages competition between them. it they say they feel lonely because today your partner is around and tomorrow is not. Abdul, you're quiet. I need to hear your take on this one. And also, they've talked about the community support, because you have your co-wives to talk to about your husband's weaknesses. You have your co-wife to tell, you know to share with what is lacking at home, because sometimes we ladies like to talk about everything. I don't understand it. I don't know why people do it, but some people do that. And you can drop in the comments and let me know. Does polygamy work in modern relationships? That is the area of discussion now. So, can polygamy work today? I need to hear, guys. Can polygamy work today? It's a live podcast. Go ahead and drop in the comments your take on this. Can polygamy work today, or is it a thing of the past? In the modern world, can it really work? Because before, the ladies didn't go to school, and so they were married off young and they had nothing to their name. So before, ladies would just stomach anything. Your husband would come home and say, "That is your co wife." And some of these relationships, the lady would live in the same house. So there would be a master bedroom where the husband would go off to at night, and if you're invited in there, then it's your turn to go in there. But if it's not, then you stay in your room or with the kids until it's your turn to spend time with him. It is ridiculous, but that is a thing that used to happen in the past. But now, ladies are working, they are learned, they've got their own money, they've built something for themselves. Is it something that still works? I need to know, Abdul. Is polygamy a thing of the past, or is it still in the modern society? I'm using Abdul a lot because I know Abdul is a Muslim, but also Dina. I know you're tuning in. Let me know in the comment section what you think about polygamy. Is it something that works? Is it something that worked then and is not working now? Is it, do you know anyone who has lived in a polygamous relationship and it has worked for them? I, for one, I think I'm still wondering why people go for polygamy. Is it because of ego? Is it because of culture? Is it because of religion? Or because of the excess freedom these days? Because now everything we're talking about is my right. It's my right. I have, I can do whatever I want. With the ladies, it's called polyandry, where you marry more than one husband. So does polygamy work today? I need to hear. Guys, you're watching and I see you on there. Drop in the comments. It's a live podcast. Let me know what your take is on polygamy, the topic of discussion today. Otherwise, for some, yes, when it is consensual in the modern society, I think polygamy still works when it is consensual and transparent. and rooted in mutual respect. It has to go that way. Either it's consensual, whereby I also agreed to get into a relationship with a person that I know is already married, or I got into this relationship knowing the man I'm getting married to is a Muslim. And Abdullah said, these days it doesn't work normally because the situation which is hard in getting money. I'm a bit excited, Abdul, on that one because really it should fade out. Truthfully speaking, whether you're Muslim or not, it is best when you really love someone. Like I said, and Abdul, you said it as well, that maybe two there you can control, but more than that, it's impossible. So I'm glad money is becoming a factor in this one, and people are not diving so fast into polygamy. And Dina says, hey, yeah, Dina, hey, I need to hear your opinion on polygamy. Is it something that worked in the past, or is it something that people still that would survive today?